Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, and we got some Sims news on a Saturday, which in itself is pretty unusual, but that description can also apply to what it is we're actually talking about. A little birdie from EA made me aware of a website that you can now view called somethingisgrowing.com. When you first go there, you'll see this page where it does say something is growing, and you can look through a lock, and then it says take a peek inside. So if you hit that enter button, you'll see this landscape. Get lost in Increen. It's a pretty punny name, but you peek through the leaves and see a quaint town. The sign reads Increen, a beautifully lush world where Sims live in harmony with nature. You discover there are 3 neighborhoods to explore. A quiet waterfront town where they're all about gnomes, a grove where nature and civilization blend together, and an enchanting magical forest. What else awaits you here? So there we go, we have the name of the next world to come to The Sims 4, and it does have 3 neighborhoods, is typically what happens with an expansion pack. And we got, I think, a Ravenwood situation going on here. You have one that is very supernatural themed, so that's probably a little glimpse of that we saw last night in that teaser at the end of the live stream. And then we would have one that leans more realistic-ish in this case, I guess, because they mentioned that this waterfront town is all about gnomes, and it makes me think of magic gnomes, so maybe we'll see some of those teleporting around. And then a third neighborhood that's in between, doesn't lean too hard towards either realism or supernatural. It just has a little bit of both. If Increen truly is New Zealand inspired, they have the opportunity to do something interesting with seasons integration, because New Zealand is in the southern hemisphere, where winter is about to start right now, compared to the United States, where The Sims is made in the northern hemisphere. Summer is about to start, so they could go about this 2 different ways in game. If you're in Willow Creek during the summer, you could travel to Increen, and then in the UI, it would still say that it's summer, but it would be cold there. Or they could implement a whole hemisphere mechanic where if you're in Willow Creek during summer and then you travel to Increen, when you get to Increen, it would actually say it's winter instead and the weather would be cold. But I highly doubt they would do that, because that seems like a whole lot of trouble. I don't know how many southern hemisphere worlds they plan to do in the future. That's the only way I could imagine them justifying that. And also it would potentially be a lot buggier that way. But it would be kind of interesting if we did have a Sims game that really took that sort of thing into account. However, I can imagine them doing a few Southern Hemisphere worlds in the future, just to name a few examples, such as South Africa, Australia, and Brazil. Taking a look at the rest of what's on this website though, I'm not sure how much of this we're actually getting in the pack, because this is obviously a render that they made in another program, not a screenshot taken in game. We do have a lemonade stand, it looks like, on the right with some fairy lights hanging on it, and I guess that's just a house in the background. Maybe we'll have a similar looking double door. That could be cool, but yeah, I'm not really sure how much else here to really take as a hint to really what's going to be coming in this expansion pack. But the website is called Something is Growing, and it does look like that plant in the very middle is the thing that's growing. So we're probably just going to have to wait and see what else ends up being added. I don't know exactly how long we'll have to wait, but probably not long, since the full announcement is supposed to happen on June 12th. With the summer roadmap being revealed on the 5th, then maybe something will happen on the website that day too. But wow, a whole website just to promote an expansion pack is quite something. I can't recall them ever doing that before. So it seems like they're gonna make a huge deal out of this one. Though, I guess there is a chance that it could be about the season in general, and they just posted something about the expansion pack first. I'm assuming we'll get at least a couple of kits, so maybe information about those will appear on the website too, and it's just something to promote alongside the roadmap. But even if that were the case, that is still a lot to do for just one season. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts on this website teaser in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!